Good afternoon. This is Akashvani and I am Abhishek Mukhopadhyay with the Midday News. The headlines. External Affairs Minister S Jaishankar says Poland should display zero tolerance for terrorism and not help fuel terrorist infrastructure in India's neighbourhood. India-UAE set to advance comprehensive strategic partnership as President Sheikh Mohamed bin Zayed Al Nahyan begins official visit to New Delhi today. Agriculture Minister Shivraj Singh Chouhan accuses Congress of spreading misinformation on Viksit Bharat Act. Filing of nominations to elect BJP National President begins. Over 100 Indian CEOs and government delegations to participate in the World Economic Forum set to begin at Davos in Switzerland today. And silver prices surge a record high of over 3 lakh rupees per kilogram. Gold prices also climbed to over 1.44 lakh per 10 grams. External Affairs Minister Dr. S Jaishankar has said that Poland should display zero tolerance for terrorism and not help fuel the terrorist infrastructure in India's neighbourhood. In his opening remarks during his meeting with Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Affairs Minister of Poland, Radosław Sikorski in New Delhi, Dr. Jaishankar said that Poland is no stranger to the Indian region and is certainly familiar with the long-standing challenge of cross-border terrorism. He said today conversation between the two sides will cover regional and global developments.
Deputy Prime Minister, you are no stranger to our region and are more than familiar with the long-standing challenges of cross-border terrorism. This meeting to discuss some of your recent travels to the region. Poland should display zero tolerance for terrorism and not help fuel the terrorist infrastructure in our neighborhood.
Dr. Jaishankar noted that in recent past, both in New York and Paris, he has shared India's views on the Ukraine conflict and its implications. The minister said India has repeatedly underlined that the selective targeting of India is both unfair and unjustified.
In recent past, both in New York last September and in Paris this January, I have candidly shared our views on the Ukraine conflict and its implications. While doing so, I have also repeatedly underlined that the selective targeting of India is both unfair and unjustified. I do so again today.
Dr. Jaishankar said Poland is one of India's largest trading partners in Central Europe. He said the bilateral trade between the two countries stands at $7 billion, having registered growth of almost 200% in the past decade. The minister said Indian investment in Poland has surpassed $3 billion, creating a number of job opportunities for Poles. He added that India's strong economic growth, size of its market and pro-investment policies provide immense opportunities for Polish businesses. United Arab Emirates President Sheikh Mohamed bin Zayed Al Nahyan will pay an official visit to India today at the invitation of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The visit is expected to provide an opportunity for the two leaders to further advance the India-UAE comprehensive strategic partnership and exchange views on regional and global issues of mutual interest. We have more from a correspondent.
Sheikh Mohamed is visiting India at the invitation of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and this is his third official visit to the country since becoming the UAE president and his fifth visit in the past decade. The trip builds on recent high-level exchanges, including visits by Abu Dhabi Crown Prince Sheikh Khalid bin Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan in 2024 and Dubai Crown Prince and UAE Deputy Prime Minister Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum in 2025. The visit comes as India and UAE seek to expand cooperation on trade, investment, defense and energy, reflecting strong and growing economic ties underpinned by frameworks such as the Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement. The talks are expected to cover regional and global issues of mutual interest, including developments in West Asia, where India and the UAE share a high degree of convergence. Vinod Kumar, Akashvani News, Dubai.
Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Minister Shivraj Singh Chouhan has accused the Congress party of misleading the people of the country on the Viksit Bharat Act. Addressing a press conference in New Delhi today, Mr. Chouhan said, under MG Narega, the rights given by Congress existed only on paper. He said Congress has abandoned its ideas, ideology and ideals and has nothing to do with the country's development or the welfare of the poor. The minister also underlined that the Act will be implemented across the entire country and every Gram Panchayat will come under it. Mr. Chouhan said the Act guarantees at least 125 days of wage employment to every rural household from the earlier 100 days of employment.
मनरेगा से 10 करोड़ संपत्तियां बनी.
10 crore assets were created under MG Narega, out of which 8.5 crore were built under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi. More than 1,11,000 crore rupees have been spent on efforts to improve MG Narega. This itself is proof. The Congress and the UPA government realized that they were not able to fulfill their objectives. Therefore, to make villages the foundation of a developed India, the Viksit Bharat Ji Ram Ji Yojana was introduced.
इसलिए ये जी राम जी विकसित भारत जी राम जी योजना आई.
The filing of nominations for the election to the BJP National President has begun at party headquarters in New Delhi. According to the poll schedule, nominations can be filed till 4 p.m. today. Several union ministers including Amit Shah, Rajnath Singh, JP Nadda, Nitin Gadkari, G. Kishan Reddy, Manohar Lal Khattar among others have arrived at the party headquarters. Haryana Chief Minister Naib Singh Saini, Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Mohan Yadav, Goa CM Pramod Sawant and Rajasthan Chief Minister Bhajan Lal Sharma have also arrived. The withdrawal of nominations will remain open till 6 p.m. this evening. After the completion of the nomination process, polling, if required, will take place tomorrow. The official announcement of the new BJP National President will be made on the same day. Union Minister for Power Manohar Lal today said that power distribution utilities of the country, DISCOMs, have recorded a profit of over 2,700 crore rupees in 2024-25. The minister said this while inaugurating the Centre of Excellence for Power and Regulation at IIT Delhi campus in New Delhi. He underlined that the government will introduce an amendment in the Electricity Act during the next budget session that will prevent losses in the sector. Highlighting the Centre of Excellence for Power and Regulation, Mr. Lal informed that it will bring important regulatory reforms in the power sector that will benefit the country. The minister emphasized that instead of following the regulations and norms set by the world, India should constitute its own regulations and also set the regulations for other countries. In Jammu and Kashmir, army helicopters were pressed into service as security forces today morning resumed the search and cordon operation in Kishtwar district to track down a group of terrorists hiding in the upper reaches of the area. The operation launched yesterday in the Sonar village area near Mandral Singhpura in the Chatro sector was suspended late last night due to difficult terrain and poor visibility. The operation had escalated into an exchange of fire during the initial contact on which 8 security personnel sustained injuries after terrorists hurled a grenade. According to intelligence inputs, 2 to 3 terrorists suspected to be affiliated with Pakistan-based Jaish-e-Mohammed JEM are believed to be trapped in the area. The operation was continuing. More details are awaited. Election Commission will host the India International Conference on Democracy and Election Management IICDEM 2026 from Wednesday at Bharat Mandapam, New Delhi. The 3-day conference is poised to be the largest global conference of its kind hosted by India in the field of democracy and election management. Nearly 100 international delegates representing over 70 countries from across the world are expected to participate. The representatives of international organizations, foreign missions in India, and academic and practicing experts in the electoral domain will also participate. The Commission will hold over 40 bilateral meetings with the election management bodies to further discussions and cooperation on various challenges confronting them around the world. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on X handle at AIR News Alerts. And for details of stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and download news on AIR app. World Economic Forum will begin at Davos in Switzerland today. More than 3,000 global leaders attending the 56th annual meeting. Over 100 Indian CEOs are in the Swiss town, along with a large government delegation, to take part in the 5-day Talk Fest. Union ministers including Ashwini Vaishnav, Prahlad Joshi and K. Rammohan Naidu are expected to participate and also hold bilateral meetings, while Chief Ministers of Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Assam and Jharkhand will showcase their respective states for prospective investors. There are pavilions of various state governments as well, including Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, Kerala and Telangana. US President Donald Trump has invited Prime Minister Narendra Modi to be part of the Board of Peace that will work towards bringing lasting peace to Gaza. US President has sent a letter to Mr. Modi in this regard, which was shared on social media by US Ambassador to India, Sergio Gore. In his letter, Mr. Trump said it is his great honor to invite the Prime Minister to join him in an effort to solidify peace in the Middle East and at the same time to embark on a bold new approach to resolving global conflict. The US President unveiled the board as part of the second phase of a ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hamas in the Gaza Strip. In Spain, 39 people have now been confirmed dead and many others injured following a collision between two high-speed trains in the southern parts yesterday evening. According to the rail network operator, the incident happened near the town of Adamus when a high-speed train derailed and crashed onto a neighbouring track. A second train travelling in the opposite direction also derailed. Emergency services said at least 73 people were seriously injured as rescue crews continue to remove people trapped in the derailed carriages. European leaders have reaffirmed their support for the sovereignty of Greenland and the Kingdom of Denmark, citing Europe's strategic, economic and security interest amid renewed remarks by US President Donald Trump about taking over the Arctic island. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen said on X that she held talks with NATO Secretary-General Mark Rutte and leaders from France, the UK, Germany and Italy to discuss rising tensions, and said that all are firm to protect the strategic, economic and security interest, adding that Europe would respond with unity and resolve. Following this, US President Trump responded, claiming NATO had warned Denmark for years about Russian threats in Greenland. He said Denmark had failed to act. He added that it is time and it will be done this time. In Iran, 5,000 people, including 500 security personnel, have been killed in the protest that gripped the country this month. The toll is the highest yet cited by a government source for the nationwide protest that shook Iran's establishment. The Iranian official has blamed Israel and armed groups abroad for the high number of people killed. Protests erupted in Tehran after the rial, Iran's currency, crashed on December 28th. The demonstrations quickly snowballed into a broader anti-government movement calling for the fall of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. According to human rights groups, protesters were killed by security forces en masse. Throughout the blackout, IHR estimates that more than 20,000 people have been arrested in connection with the protests. Gold and silver prices climbed to fresh record highs today as investors sought safe haven assets after US President Donald Trump threatened new tariffs on several European countries over a dispute tied to Greenland. Multi-commodity exchange gold rose 1.68% to 1,44,905 rupees per 10 grams, while MCX silver rose 4.39% to 3,400 rupees per kilogram. The rally accelerated after Trump threatened escalating duties on imports from 8 European nations until the United States is allowed to buy Greenland. The comments prompted European Union envoys to prepare coordinated efforts to dissuade Washington to ready retaliatory measures if tariffs proceed. Benchmark domestic equity indices Sensex and Nifty were trading over 0.5% down during afternoon trade today. The Sensex slipped 419 points to 83,152, while the Nifty dropped 150 points to 25,545 when reports last came in. On the sectoral front, realty dragged the most, followed by oil and gas and telecommunication, while buying was seen in FMCG, services and PSU banks. The broader market at the Bombay Stock Exchange was also trading lower. The mid-cap index fell over 0.4%, while the small-cap index shed almost 1.2% a short while ago. The prestigious Padma Pani Award of the 11th Ajanta Ellora International Film Festival has been announced for this year's veteran music composer Ilayaraja in recognition of his unparalleled contribution to Indian cinema. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. External Affairs Minister S Jaishankar says Poland should display zero tolerance for terrorism and not help fuel terrorist infrastructure in India's neighbourhood. India-UAE set to advance comprehensive strategic partnership as President Sheikh Mohamed bin Zayed Al Nahyan begins official visit to New Delhi today. Agriculture Minister Shivraj Singh Chouhan accuses Congress of spreading misinformation on Viksit Bharat Ramji Act. Filing of nominations to elect BJP National President begins. Over 100 Indian CEOs and government delegation to participate in World Economic Forum set to begin at Davos in Switzerland today. And silver prices surge record high of over 3 lakh rupees per kilogram. Gold prices also climbed to over 1.44 lakh per 10 grams. And with that, we end the Midday News.